Well, pretty nice chest and front delt session today in pursuit of my 300-pound bench press goal by the end of this year, 2024. So stick with me. Join me in the gym for today's chest and front delt workout. It was a good one. All right, gang, off we go with today's chest / front delt workout featuring the bench press. Now, if you've been hanging around with me for a while, the last 3, 4, 5 months, you'll know that I have some strength goals I want to obtain by the end of this year, 2024. One being a 450-pound bench press, another being a legit 350-pound squat, and in this case, a legit 300-pound bench press. Now, I restarted my bench pressing with a bench press project, we'll call it, in January 19th of this year to be exact. And I'm using a progressive overload approach, which I'll talk about as I'm warming up here. I started out at fairly conservative, for me, I believe, 185. And as I said, a progressive overload approach of 3 sets by 5 reps. So every time I was able to do 3 sets of 5 reps at a given weight, I'd move up 5 pounds. And that's what I have done up to today's workout, where my working weight is now 215 pounds. Now, for my first working set here, you'll notice that I have 225 on the bar rather than 215. You may be going, well, why is that, Mark? And I'll tell you. Today, I felt like gauging where my strength is, just to see how close I am to this 300-pound bench press. So I want to see how many reps I can do with 225. Do this in lieu of a single rep max. I just want to see how many reps I could get at 225. My goal was 5. Now, you'll see I did 4 there. I'm fairly certain I had another rep in me there. I was just erring on the side of caution there because I didn't have a spotter today. My buddy Howard and our schedules conflicted, so I was by myself. So no spotter, hence erred on the side of safety. But I'm pretty sure I could have gotten 5 reps there on 225. So I felt good about that. This is working set 2, back at my actual working weight of 215 pounds. This set felt great, and this is an RPE probably of 7, maybe 7.5. I could have gotten 2 more reps out of that for sure. And here is set 3 at 215. Again, this moved fairly easily. An RPE of 8 maybe. I could have gotten 2 more reps out of this too, I believe, had I had a spotter and felt more comfortable about pressing the issue a little bit more. So, successful session at 215. Next session, I'll be at 220 pounds. Now, while I'm thinking about it, I'm doing my bench press sessions every 7 days. As a matter of fact, all of my strength sessions I'm hitting every 7 days. Deadlift, squats, bench presses, every 7 days. That may seem like a lot of time between sessions, but for me, this 64-year-old body, that gives me plenty of time for rest and recuperation, and it seems to be productive. So far, so good. I'm able to fairly consistently climb up my progressive overload ladder on all 3 of those strength lifts, so I'm going to stick with it until proven wrong. Now, I'm going to follow up the bench press session with some incline chest press work, which is what I normally do, and I prefer in actuality to do some heavy incline dumbbell work, but I was a little crowded down there today, so avoided all that shucking and jiving and just opted for that incline chest press machine, which is perfectly fine. Hit me exactly where I wanted to, mid to upper pecs. And I did 2 sets of incline chest presses to failure. My goal was to do those in the 12-ish rep range, but I think it was a little less than that, maybe 11 first set, 9 on the second set. And then we're going to move on to 2 sets of flat chest press work, again using these machines. I think these are pre-cores. I can't remember exactly, can't really see there. But these are nice. I like this movement on these machines, so works perfectly fine. So 3 sets of bench presses after some warm-ups, 2 sets of incline chest presses to failure, and then 2 sets of flat chest presses to failure. And I think it may not seem like a lot of work there, but as I record this, the day after this, my chest is actually sore, and sore exactly where I want it to be. Just enough work to be productive, and not so much work as to be counterproductive. Now, continuing on, let's do some front delt work. I don't have a dedicated shoulder day on this current 6-day workout program. I split my shoulder work up into 3 sessions. Obviously, front delts on chest day. I do side delts on arm day. And I do rear delts on back day. Again, I'm digging that too. That's working well for me. So I'm going to continue with this until I get tired of it or it stops working. Now, today I did 2 sets of front delt work, starting with this kettlebell front raise movement. Grab the kettlebell by the ears, do 15 reps, 15-ish reps to failure. And then I moved on to some dumbbell work, a dumbbell variation of the same thing, front raises. Start with my hands fairly close together, then I gradually move them outward. Again, working in the 12 to 15-ish if I can, 15 rep range to failure. There's a lot of variations on this front shoulder raise. Sometimes I'll use a cable, pull the cable between my legs. But I limited it to 2 sets here to failure. Okay, I'm going to finish up today's workout with some push-ups. I think we're well on our way to meet our 300-pound bench press goal with today's workout. Today's session, we started with some warm-ups, followed by 3 sets of bench presses, followed by 2 sets of incline chest press work to failure or near failure, followed by 2 sets of flat chest press work to failure or near failure, followed by 2 sets of front delt work using kettlebells and dumbbells to the 15-ish rep range, and finishing up with 50 push-ups. Yeah, this was a great workout. Just enough work to be productive, but not so much work as to be counterproductive. I really appreciate you hanging out with me here today. And as always, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you here. And with that, I will say, till next time, go get 'em. Mark out.